Good morning, brilliant scholars and other kids. Welcome to day one of the coronavirus lockdown. Today, for our U.S. history and global relations classes, it's going to be pretty easy. No need to panic. Our first thing that we need to do for our understanding of what we're going to do is I'm hoping to post our agenda each day so you guys can check in and hopefully I can explain a little bit what's going on when necessary. Or you can get that on Canvas. Canvas is going to have a running total on a Google Doc of exactly what you need to do every day. So check that out. And of course, I will be available for questions, but make sure you read the stuff and check the links before you email me. You'll see today that our history folks, you guys are going to be getting online and checking into your book. Many of you have done that obviously already last semester. We just didn't happen to do it this semester before we got shut down. So if you get onto Canvas, it'll show you exactly where to go. Under the Canvas tabs, it's under Connect Ed, I believe it is. And all you have to do is get in there and fill out a form that shows that you have arrived there, and that's all you got to do today. Pretty simple. Global, very simple as well. Your videos should have been done for yesterday, and those videos now are going to be turned in to a shared Google Doc with the whole class. We're going to be watching those videos starting tomorrow, where you will watch and you will comment, and that's just going to be the beginning. So, other than that, if you take a look at our slide today, just like we normally have, we got some updates of things that are going on around our country and around our world. Obviously, the dominating headline has been the coronavirus. It was in the weeks leading up to this, and obviously it's going to continue to be our major headline as we sort of look at what in the world is going on. So on the upper right-hand corner, you can see that President Trump yesterday spoke, and he talked about how we might be increasing restrictions on what people are doing. Right now, we just have some suggestions. The president suggested that we not gather in groups any bigger than 10 people. This is going to be my first pause because I have a dog that needs to go outside and cannot see the open door. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. The special dog has been let out. She has found the door. So yeah, going back to the president. President says he recommends people not being in groups of more than 10. Governor Evers of Wisconsin has suggested that we not have groups any larger than 50. We went from 250 down to 50, and now he's suggesting that restaurants and bars remain closed for the next few weeks at least. That is happening in bigger cities. New York, San Francisco are looking at potential closings of a lot of those public gathering spots. And they are all looking towards Italy, which is currently in a state of almost total shutdown and lockdown. Of course, the patterns that we've had for infection here have been mirroring Italy. And therefore, we've kind of somewhat been able to see what may be ahead for us. Now, as always, as we've said, especially if you're one of those that might have a lot of anxiety about this, don't panic. You're certainly not in the demographic that would be directly affected by something like this, but obviously it could be your parents, could be your grandparents that we want to save. Now, of course, no one is completely immune to this, but that's the news. Lower right-hand corner, we have the governor of Ohio is actually talking about shutting down their primary today. As you guys are well aware from our discussions, primaries are taking place all over the country, especially important for the Democrats. They're not exactly sure what to do with this. Primary is probably the perfect place to spread the virus, as everybody would have to come together and stand in line in one particular place. Obviously, there will be people who are in favor of limiting that and other people who feel that we need to get out and vote. I don't envy anyone. Last but not least, something that is not related to viruses. The Packers have gotten rid of Jimmy Graham, and he is going south of the border to the Bears. We'll see how that change takes place. We also had Blake Martinez is going to the Giants. So my Packer fans, we've got some big changes with some key players. Hopefully there's some positive stuff to come. Other than that, background of the day comes from Harrington Beach. That's Belgium, Wisconsin. If you can look right where President Trump is holding up that piece of paper, that's the Milky Way off in the distance. One of the nice things about this time of year is the Milky Way is starting to become visible in the night sky. If you can get somewhere like Belgium, where we start to get away from light pollution, you can see that. All right, folks, make sure you check into Classroom, get those things done. And of course, if you have any questions, you could obviously talk to me, but do make sure to read all the posts I have before you do, because I've got 180 of you guys. So if I get 180 emails asking for something, that's hard to respond to. That being said, there's probably going to be some bumps in the roads as we do this. There's going to be some different probably links and things like that that don't work. Just let me know, and remember, don't panic. I've always been pretty good with you guys about if things aren't working or something's not in on time, it'll be okay. Talk to you tomorrow.